Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us great pleasure to present the star of our show, the one, the only, the Big Bend in the River. 15,000 years ago, giant retreating glaciers formed this Big Bend. As the glacial tributary deltas built up, they deflected the river's main channel, making it bend and twist within this large upper Mississippi Valley. This spot is the sharpest navigable bend on the river and has been home to civilizations for at least 1,000 years. Many boats have navigated this river bend, but it wasn't until 1854 when a giant flotilla of boats packed with 1,200 travelers passed by that pretty Red Wing was announced to the world.
Celebration of the railroad link between the East Coast and the Mississippi River will take place July 4th in St. Paul. We must acknowledge one footnote. The Grand Excursion encountered its sharpest bend in the entire Mississippi River, thank you, dear, in the pretty little hamlet of Red Wing in the Minnesota Territory. Look at that beautiful spot, gentlemen.
Nice.
Although we didn't stop, here was an area ripe for opportunity. With its stunning bluff views, sharpest river bend, and rich soil, certainly this Red Wing would be heard of someday. Someday soon. Did you hear that, gentlemen? Ripe for opportunity.
Ripe? Ripe to be killed, Theodore.
Ah, I propose a toast. To opportunities.
Opportunities.
Now, who's ready to join me for opportunities in Red Wing, Minnesota?
Really? You? TB Sheldon? Leave Boston?
I'm serious, Clay. This Red Wing could be the opportunity that knocks it once in a man's life.
Yes, but it's knocking in the wilderness. They're not even a state yet. My goodness, Teddy, how could you give up the number 3 spot at the cutlery you just earned for this? How?
That would be easy, Charles. I could give it up for the number 1 position in Red Wing.
Oh, and Theodore, what do you suppose Mary would have to say about leaving Boston?
Well, she'll do as she's told, as she always does. I'll say, Mary, I hear opportunity knocking and the Sheldon family is going to move west, and we're not going to stop until we get to Red Wing, Minnesota. I'll say, Mary, darling, pack up the babies and grab
the old ladies.
Grab your old lady and take her to dinner. Good night.
Good night, gentlemen. Now, what is all this about going west?
Look, Mary, it's Red Wing. Isn't it beautiful?
Sure, but why this spot?
Well, the Mississippi River makes its sharpest bend right here in Red Wing.
Okay.
Well, don't you see, when all of those boats have to slow down for the river bend, they'll spend time and money. And that spells opportunity for the Sheldons.
Well, that is all very nice, Theodore, but not today. I'm with a child.
Oh, baby. Oh, that's wonderful. Baby. Wow. Well, I guess we won't be leaving tomorrow, but we'll save. If we have enough money, someday Red Wing will be home to the Sheldons.
Oh, Theodore, once you get an idea.
2 years after the Grand Excursion, the Sheldon family arrived in Red Wing. TB Sheldon quickly became one of Red Wing's most influential citizens, involved in every facet of the quickly growing community. Many, like TB, wanted to share their wealth with the community they all loved so much. They wanted to benefit future generations by giving something back to them. Upon his death in 1903, TB Sheldon gifted $83,000 to the citizens of Red Wing for public benefit. The citizens doubled the investment, and a year later, the first municipally operated theater in the country, opened as the TB Sheldon Theater, at the time considered one of the most elegant theaters in the Midwest. A century of service later, the Sheldon is still Red Wing's jewel box, presenting the finest in local and national entertainment. TB Sheldon represents an era of generative man, heroes who help give back to regenerate and shape the inner beauty that is the heart of our community. The TB Sheldon generative spirit is one of 7 Red Wing stories we're going to share with you. All 7 stories start with this bend in the river.